It basically, Kylie Watts does all the thinking for us.
It does, absolutely. And I like to quote Dan Hughes because he always says, you can have the best power tools, you can have the biggest workstation, but if you measure wrong, your whole project will be wrong. So it's so important to have a tape measure, and this is taking it to the new level because you've got a great big digital display. So it's technology meeting the tape measure.
Yep. Well, Dan Hughes is a smart man, so thank you. Good morning to you, Kylie
Good
Watts.
morning.
It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you
The
too.
item we're talking about specifically here is L43064. Basically, it is the 16-foot digital tape measure with auto shutoff. So really, it does all the thinking for you. We have it today, featured price $24.92. We really all need to have one of these because if we can, take a look at what it's showing us. It's a digital readout, and it's a customizable digital readout.
Absolutely, with a lot of different features. So you can see right here, as I pull that tape measure out, it's giving me that measurement myself. But when I flip this over and show you, there are a lot of cool controls on here that make this a little bit more special than just a tape measure. And I want to show you on the window as well.
Let's do it. I've got this plant in my way.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that's all right.
It's important to always measure well. So Katie, if you can go ahead and grab that side for me, we're going to take it.
Inside or outside?
On the inside here. So that you took me to my next point here. So what happens is a lot of the times we try to measure, and right now we can't get this all the way to the end. There's 3 inches here that's blocking the tape measure. So what we do is we go in and we try to bend it, and you're not really getting accurate results. Well, inside here, there's an inside-outside measurement, which is a control that's right here. So when I hit this button, it's going to automatically add those 3 inches on. So it's giving an accurate measurement every single time.
I love when the tape measure is smarter than we are because then we don't have to worry about it. Think about how many times maybe you've gone to hang blinds or then you want to do the curtains on the outside and you kind of had to finagle and maneuver. You never quite get it there. You end up with that little bit of light on the one side that it's not really even. This will take all the guesswork out of it. And how many times have you struggled to say, wait, what is that? Wait, what is that? Where's that mark? This takes it all out of there because it's an easy to read digital display that we have in fractions right now. But you can also do in a couple other ways too.
You can, yes. It'll go from fractions down from inches to centimeters to decimals. So no matter what kind of measurement you need to take, this tape measure is going to do it for you, but one step further. So even if it just did that, it would be pretty amazing. My favorite feature on this is the center point feature. So right now we have a nice nail in here for hanging a picture. But if you were going to try to hang something in the center, how would you do that? It would be a ton of math. I'm looking at this. I'm like,
I asked my husband.
3 feet, 1 inch, 9 1/16. I'm like, what the heck is half of that? Well, all I have to do is flip my tape measure back over. This button on this side is the center point feature. So when I hit this and I flip it back over, it's telling me that it's 1 foot, 6 inches, and 3/4 to that center. So all I have to do is take this back and I can measure that, and then there's my center point.
Right there, this is the reason that you want to get this home because I don't know about you. I don't want to speak for everyone. But in my home, I ask my husband to do it because I'm just bad at doing it. And my husband, we both work in TV. Neither one of us are like math whizzes. So it takes a long time because you end up, wait, what was it? What's the math? You're doing it on, on pen, maybe a calculator, and then you're going back because it wasn't right the first time. This takes all of the guesswork out of it. So when you get that picture, instead of, it's sitting against the wall for a couple of weeks because you just don't feel like dealing with doing the math to hang it up, this takes all the guesswork out of it for you, and you're getting it home today for a featured price of $24.92.
Well, and how many times I think everybody can relate to trying to hang a picture or something on the wall where you end up with 5 different holes around the one that actually worked because you just can't get that center point. And guys do love this, especially handy guys. My boyfriend owns a masonry company. I brought this home. He's like, this is the coolest thing. And this was actually designed by a naval engineer.
Of course it was.
I know. He was working on big yachts, big ships, and he needed something better. He created it himself, and this is something, so the guys are gonna love this, but it's so easy for us girls to use, and it's taking all that guesswork out, doing the thinking for you, because as I pull this out, you're seeing it's doing that measurement for me.
Well, absolutely, and we're seeing it again in the fraction setting, but if you are more comfortable, reading maybe the centimeters, reading the inches to feet, you can do that. You're able to customize a tape measure to your needs. That is something I've never heard of before. We all have a tape measure, so why not have one that will be a little bit easier to read, that you can customize to what you want it to be, and you'll get your work done faster. And at the end of the day, that is what it's all about because, we like to hang our pictures, but I don't really want to spend all day doing it.
No, you want to make sure you get it done right the first time so you don't end up with a bunch of different holes around. And again, I hate to quote Dan Hughes again, but he's so right. For guys, for girls, it doesn't matter what power tools you have. It doesn't matter how big your work area is. What matters is that you measure correctly, because if you don't and you make a cut, say, you're gonna have the wrong measurement. But here, there's all of our controls. So really simple, easy to navigate. But when I flip it down, you'll see that great big digital display. And that's what really makes this so special. It's so easy to see, so easy to read, and accurate every single time.
Well, and if you look, if you just hold that out, look at the difference. You can see that's 3 7/8 of an inch. And then if I'm looking at the yellow, the old-fashioned part of it, you end up doing the squint, you end up trying to do the count, but they're so small, you lose count, or at least I do. And then it just becomes frustrating when instead you're seeing it, you're hanging it, and you're done for the day.
You're done, but loaded with a ton of features. Like I said, so if you hold this right here, we love the fact that we have that center point feature. So when we're here, and I can lock this down. This has all of the things I want from a tape measure, a great clip system on the back. It automatically shuts off, but my favorite feature is that center feature.
Absolutely.
So when you look at this, I have actually on the center right now. When I'm measuring this, it's 2 feet, 3 inches, it's telling me right now, okay? So if I didn't want to do that math, I just hit this center button, 1 foot, 1.5 inches, and that's going to get me to that center point. So instead of having to go back to this big long tape measure and say, okay, where is my 1 foot? Where is that measurement? Where can I find that? All I have to do is I'll unlock this, and then I can go back and find it very easily just by sliding the tape measure. Now I can't see it on that side, so I don't know if I'm there yet, but I can just move this until I am.
And there you go. And then you put your nail in, and then you hang your picture or your mirror, and then you're done. It takes so much of that math in the head. It takes so much of the frustration and the squinting, which by the way can cause some fine lines and wrinkles. So you're really helping your skin actually by getting this home.
This will keep you beautiful.
I mean, seriously,
I love
300 have been picked up.
Love it.
Keep in mind you've got 30 days to love it or return it when you purchase anything here at QVC. And I think that what I love, this is part of our Sprouts program.
Yes.
And our QVC Sprouts program is all about, someone has a great idea, and for more than 25 years now, we've been looking for those ideas and helping, to bring them to fruition, to bring them to you. And we're so thankful for the folks that are able to think of something like this.
It's pretty amazing.
Because we all have a tape measure. Yours may have dust on it like mine does because we're not using it because it just gets so frustrating. This is a tape measure that is easy to use, it's easy to read, and it will make all of the chores that you need to use the tape measure for just a little bit easier to get done during the course of your day.
Absolutely.
Why not give it a try?
I agree. We all have a tape measure. It really is a staple in your toolbox. You need to have one. This is technology meeting the tape measure for the very first time, giving that great big digital display, helping you be able to do the projects around your house in a faster, more efficient way. Maybe your eyesight's starting to go. I was saying to the guys being that far back, I'm like, move the monitors, I can't see anymore. Looking at this display is so much easier than looking at this side tape measure.
We all have the chores to do, so let's get home the pieces that will help you get them done faster. This is L43064. Featured price today for you of $24.92. Get it home, give it a try. As soon as I saw